Hi everyone, so this is a different video in a very different setting. I don't know why my hair is going crazy like this. I didn't want to take the twist out because I was being lazy, but whatever. I hope I'm loud enough and y'all can hear me. Matter of fact, I should really do like a test sound before I start elaborating on, just for y'all not to hear me. Hold on. Not the dogs out here barking. Y'all can indeed hear me, which is great. Let me back up. Alrighty. 23 things I've learned at the age of 23. I'm 23. Crazy. I'll be 24 in a few months. Oh my gosh. There is a bee's nest up there. Y'all, hold on. Do y'all see that? Okay, so the first thing, I have my list here that I'm reading off of. I wrote everything down and I like sent it to my cousin so she could get a sneak peek and see everything before y'all got a chance to. But like I was saying before, my birthday is November 11th, and so since it's right around the corner, I wanted to make this video of lessons that I've learned at the age of 23, just throughout my many years of existence. I just thought that this would be fun and wholesome. I was inspired by Adeline Moran, however you pronounce her last name, Morin's video. And so I just wanted to do something similar like this, and who knows, maybe I'll make this a little like yearly tradition or every few year tradition. But so the first lesson or thing that I learned, or just the first thing we're gonna get into, is go for what your heart desires. I'm not going to talk about or like elaborate on all of them, but some of these I do want to elaborate a bit more on. Go for what your heart desires. Stop doing what others want you to do. And I think it took me a really like many years to learn this, and it was a hard lesson for me to learn. I was always so okay with being uncomfortable in doing things because other people wanted to do it because they were interested in it, even though I didn't want to do something or I wasn't genuinely interested, and that's not really what my heart desired. It wasn't my passion, it wasn't what I loved. So just go for what your heart desires, whether that be a job, whether that be a city, whether that be a person, a place, a thing. Go for what your heart desires. Number 2 is let them. If you've heard the let them theory, this is what I'm referring to. Let them. I feel like this is something that has been so prevalent like within the past like year and a half, I'd say, like within my life. Let them. Because I'm type A, I'm a control freak, I'm all of those things. Like, it takes a lot for me to be okay with things not going my way. And it took a lot for me to learn that it's okay when things don't go my way, and I can't control everything. I can't control other people, the way they react, what they do, their actions, and so on and so forth. I cannot control the outcome of life and events and all of those things. And honestly for a really long time I thought that I could. I really did, and it would really beat me up whenever things couldn't turn out the way that I wanted them to, and I thought that it was my fault. The let them theory, let me read exactly what the let them theory says, because once I heard this I was like, let them. Like, it gives you less stress on yourself, and it's just so much easier. Whenever I find myself in moments where I want to push things and push ideas and plans on people and try to honestly have them conform and do what I want, or think the way that I want them to think. I'm like, let them. If, you know, they want to go out and talk to a guy that they shouldn't be talking to, and I've already gave them my 2 cents, let them. It's their life. If they want to sleep in until noon every single day, instead of getting up early to go to a job interview because they really need a job, let them. It's their life. I gave them the advice, and I was there, and I tried to help, and I did the best that I could. But why are you stressing yourself out? You stressing yourself out. Let them. So let me read exactly what the let them theory says. Okay, so it says here that the let them theory, let go to gain control. Kind of contradicting, right? But like, it makes a lot of sense. Look into this if you haven't heard about them, but I think it's really, really important. So it says, instead, focus on taking control of your own actions and proactively building friendships. The let them theory is a powerful tool that can be used for just about anything. Let go of the things you cannot control and stop trying to force others to do what you want them to do. And that's exactly that. Let them. Alrighty, so number 3, it's okay to have a small circle. You do not need to have 20, 30, many different friends. In high school, I did have a larger group of friends, but honestly, I didn't even talk on a very tight-knit basis to all of my friends in high school. We were friends because of association, like because of the clubs that we were in, and like because of the classes we were in. But like, those friends now, I'm not even still friends with them post high school. Like, I'm friends with a handful of people still from high school, very, very select few, and I'm even still like surprised to this day that like certain people that I'm still friends with and not still friends with post high school. But having a small circle, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't reflect anything on yourself and your character at all. Like, I think that I would rather have one friend than have 20, as long as that one friend is a really, really great friend and we can have a very meaningful connection with one another. It doesn't matter at all. It's definitely quality over quantity in this sense. Number 4, pivoting is not failure. This is something that I learned this year in therapy. Maybe it was last year, I don't know. Regardless, I learned it in therapy. And so that just means that if you're changing, changes happen in your life all the time. That does not mean that you're a horrible person. It doesn't mean that you failed at what your goal was. It doesn't mean that you need to be shunned or ashamed or embarrassed or anything like that. Changes happen all the time. All the time. Only thing that happened is you pivoted. Your plans changed and you pivoted. Embrace that pivot. Okay? There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Pivoting is not failure. Your life is just going in a different course of your life is just going on a different path. You're just taking a different path after you've made that pivot, right? You're pivoting and you're turning towards a different pathway of life, and that's completely fine. Like, it's not the end of the world at all. And I used to think for the longest, I'm not going into the medical field anymore, and now it's the end of the world. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with my degree? How am I gonna make money? My parents, my friends, this and that, and like, I just made it into this bigger thing than it needed to be. But look at me now. I graduated with my bachelor's. I'm getting my master's. I had an amazing job this past summer. I have so many more opportunities ahead of me. Pivoting is not failure. So number 5 goes into ties into number 4. Number 5 is welcome change. Number 6, own your mistakes and say sorry. We are all adults here, and if you're watching this and you're not an adult, this is a great way to prepare you for being mature and acting like an adult, really. Just own your mistakes. We're all humans. Things happen, and you know, we make mistakes every once in a while, and that's okay. As long as what you're doing isn't malicious. I hope you're not a malicious person, you know, and you're not hurting people on purpose or making doing certain actions on purpose to hurt others. That's okay. Say sorry, own your mistakes, address it to the people who you specifically hurt, the people who are directly involved in whatever the situation is. It'll definitely make your life a lot more easier if you learn how to say sorry sooner rather than later. Yeah. Number 7, this is something that I've been saying. I got a message. This is something that I've been saying a lot recently. Embarrassment is fake. I feel like it says it all. Like, anytime now that I get an ounce of like myself whispering in my head, like, maybe you shouldn't do that because you're gonna get embarrassed, or like you're gonna be worrying about what other people think about you, or you know, the little voice in your head that's like you second guessing yourself because you're gonna feel embarrassed, or you know what other people are gonna think, or whatever, just societal issues. I tell myself, I'm like, embarrassment is fake. I'm not sleeping into this. Like, this is a lie. If I want to go on stage in front of a bunch of strangers and sing at the top of my lungs, I'm gonna do that, because you know what? We are floating on a rock, and you literally only live once. You might as well go ahead and have fun, because I'm not gonna see half of these people again. And if I do see half of these people again, guess what? They're going to say I am a very fun and outgoing person who just takes life's moments as they're handed to her. Like, that's it. So embarrassment is fake. Tell yourself that the next time that, you know, you're second guessing yourself, or you're worried because of what people are going to think about you, or whatever. I'm getting mosquito bites, and I'm only on number 8, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay. Enjoy spending time alone. Number 9, invest in yourself. Like, it's definitely worth it. Whether that be going to get a facial, going on a spa treatment, paying for workout classes, and it can even be free ways to invest in yourself. It can be investing in your time, right? Setting aside time in the morning that you've designated. This is time for myself to do my self-care. This is time for myself to journal. This is time for myself to go to church. This is time for myself to shop. Invest in yourself, because at the end of the day, you're gonna feel so much better, and it's gonna show. Number 10, you have to get out of your comfort zone to grow. And I know this isn't something that y'all have not heard before, because I've heard this for many, many years, but I didn't even really understand it until I started to not let my inner voice control what I do. Because I would always have my inner voice like second guessing like my actions, going back to the whole like embarrassment is fake thing. So getting out of my comfort zone has really helped me become more of an extrovert, really. I used to be very introverted, and I hated it. I wanted to be an extrovert so bad, because I was just so shy. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't have many friends, nothing like that. And so just stepping out of my comfort zone and out of my little box that I had framed for myself has just been so amazing. I've met new people, I've had new like professional opportunities, even academic opportunities as well, and I feel like I know myself through and through, way more than I did when I was 16, 17, 18, or even in college. I don't think you really know yourself as a high schooler, so just saying in undergrad, I feel like I know myself even better than I did in undergrad. Number 11, therapy is for everybody, and do not let anyone tell you differently. You don't have to have mental health issues, family trauma, go through a breakup, or anything like that to seek therapy. Find a therapist that is right for you. You can shop around, just check out your insurance, check out the different prices. Don't take one super expensive therapist as your no. Don't let that discourage you at all. I literally pay $10 for every therapy session, and I'm so grateful that my insurance affords me that I'm able to pay so little for therapy, because I know other people aren't able to pay as little as I am. So definitely look around for some therapists, and it's just for you to talk to someone that isn't a close friend or a family member, and to just work on yourself. And this is another way for you to invest in yourself. I think going to therapy has helped me tremendously, and I've been way more self-aware, and it's just been a very good journey that I've been on since I've been in therapy. And this is my second therapist that I've been seeing. My first one was a few years ago, and I didn't see her for that long, but this one I've been seeing her on a consistent basis for I think almost a year. Maybe I started this year, I don't even remember. I'd have to check my appointments, but I've been seeing her for a bit now, and it's been really good, very helpful. I've been seeing changes, and I just feel like when there's an issue and when I'm going through my emotions, I can really talk it out with myself, or I can journal it out, or I just feel more self-aware. Number 12, heal your inner child. Work on healing your inner child. There's a lot of issues that you don't even know you've carried on with you from your childhood, right? And I won't get through too deep into it because y'all don't need to, I don't really want to share all of it online of my business, but yeah, there are different things from your childhood that you carry on into in your relationships with your friends, with your romantic partners, how you are as a student, how you are as a worker. So really look into healing your inner child. You'll notice many connections that you didn't even think of, and it's very mind-blowing. It can be emotional, but it's tremendously helpful. Number 13, stop putting people on a pedestal. They are not a king, they're not a queen, they're not God, they're not goddesses. We're all humans, and we all make mistakes. We should not be holding people to a higher standard than others. We should just all be equal. Number 14, food is your friend. Number 15, what's meant for you is already yours, and this is a manifestation that has lived with me for like 2 years now, I want to say, and I've been a lucky girl. I've been manifesting a lot of things that or a lot of my manifestations have been coming to me. So what's meant for me is already, what's meant for you is already yours. What's meant for me is already mine. And yeah, I say this almost every day. Number 16, closed mouths don't get fed. And what I mean by this is, if you have an issue, if you have a comment, if you have an opinion, share it. Share it. Again, we're living on a floating rock. Open your mouth, share it, say it. Say it. You can't control how someone else reacts to it. Of course, be respectful, you know, take into account someone else's emotions, but you don't want to go through life thinking, oh, I should have said this, oh, I could have said this. Number 17, which is something that I am struggling with a lot recently, but these past few days have been a bit better. Put down your phone. You're wasting a lot of time just being on your phone, scrolling through, just doing, you're wasting your time doing things that you really aren't even important. I could be doing homework, I could be reading, I could be spending time outside, I could be editing for y'all, I could be recording for y'all, I could be doing things that are benefiting my future. Like, I think that I need to be more disciplined on my the way that I use my phone, and I downloaded the Freedom app, so that's really been like helping me a lot, and I've like deleted some apps as well that have just been super distracting. But put the phone down. That's another lesson I learned. It's getting dark, y'all, and I swear I'm like hearing things. We are on number 18. Manifestation is powerful. It's true, manifestation is powerful. I do my manifestations every day. I do them in the morning. I used to do them like the first thing, like the first time I would get in my car. Oh no, my battery's gonna die. I'm gonna have to continue this later, do like a rapid fire, but manifestations are super powerful, y'all. Number 19, don't let others tell you what to look for in a significant other, because only you know what you're looking for in a significant other. Number 20, save money. It's gonna help you in the long run for many different things. Number 21, write it down. Thinking is not enough. You need to write it down. Your memory isn't as good as you think it is. Number 22, school doesn't need to always come first. Have fun. Live in the moment, okay? Just have a schedule. And number 23, be open to learning. I think this is great for school, for work, for just for life in general. Sorry I had to do a speed round. My battery's about to die, like I said, but thank y'all so much for staying and watching this whole video. I love y'all. I look forward to seeing y'all in my next video. Remember, you're loved, you are beautiful, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.